Assalamu alaikum students, this is Hadika Batul and today we are going to discuss about significant figures. So let's start our video. Well, there are two types of values, exact and measured value. Exact values are those that are counted clearly. For example, we have 2 pencils or we have 3 pens. We can indicate the exact number of these items. While on the other hand, if we want to measure the length of the pencil with an ordinary meter rule, then we get the length of the pencil either 11.9 cm or 12.1 cm. So this value has been guessed. So there is a chance of error or a doubtful measured value. So in terms of these two values, we can define significant figures. The numbers of accurately known figures and the first doubtful figures is called significant figures. Rules for counting significant figures. The first rule is non-zero digits. Every non-zero digits means 1 to 9 is always significant. For example, in the number 1, 2, 3, there are 3 significant figures. Rule number 2, zeros between non-zero digits. If the zero located between non-zero digits, then 0 is significant. For example, in the number 1002, 2 zeros are located between the 2 non-zero digits, then here all 4 digits are significant. Rule number 3, leading zeros. If the zeros present before the non-zero digits, then zeros are not significant. They are only placeholders. For example, in the number 0.0052, the zeros are placed before the non-zero digits. Then here only the digit 5 and 2 are significant, so there are 2 significant figures. Rule number 4, trailing zeros with a decimal point. If the zero present after the non-zero digits, then zeros at the end of a number are significant if there is a decimal point present. For example, in the number 50.00, all 4 digits are significant. Rule number 5, trailing zeros without a decimal point. If the zeros are present after the non-zero digits, then 0 at the end of a whole number without a decimal point may not be significant unless specified by context. For example, in the number 1500, there are 2 significant figures, but it's written as 1500 decimal point, then this indicates 4 significant figures. Now, rules for rounding of significant figures. Number 1, if the last digit is less than 5, then it will be ignored. For example, 2.6573 is rounded to 2.657. Rule number 2, if the last digit is greater than 5, then the last retained digit increases by 1. For example, 2.6578, the last number is greater than 5 and it is rounded to 2.658. Rule number 3, if the last digit is equal to 5 and the last retained digit is even, then the last digit will be ignored without affecting next one. For example, 2.6585 is rounded to 2.658. Rule number 4, if the last digit is equal to 5 and the last retained digit is odd, then the second last digit will increase by 1. For example, 2.6575 is rounded to 2.658.